We're live.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Roberto Blake's Create Something Awesome book signing. If you are not here at VidSummit, there will be a link where you can purchase the book in the description. However, we are going to be doing live signings where you can purchase a book here if you do not already have a copy. I already have my copy ready. We're also going to give a mic to the audience. So if you are here, you can ask a question for Roberto. You can let us know one story that it's something he's taught you. Without further ado, I'm going to selfishly go ahead and start with my own book. I purchased this myself. I'm just really excited, Roberto. Congratulations on the book. What would you say was the hardest thing on writing the book?
I think the hardest thing in writing the book was trying to blend actionable advice with also the fact that I wanted to have some of my own journey as a creator to give you perspective and to just kind of connect with anybody who's reading this who feels, I wanted people to feel less alone in their creator journey. I wanted them to understand that this is a legitimate career. I want people to feel that they're seen, heard, respected, but I also wanted to give them realistic expectations about what this career is. Without, the hardest part was doing that without discouraging anyone. I wanted a book that didn't feel like fluff, didn't feel like some BS self-help. I wanted to give legitimate advice, make sure it was instructional, self-help with realistic expectations and framing, an honest accounting and look at a creator's journey, and not just my own, tell stories of some of my friends in the industry, and just like pull back the curtain a little bit, because I know people think that there are things being kept from them. I know that, I understand that. So I wanted to, like, as an insider, pull back the curtain on an industry that I've been proud to be a part of for a decade that's changed my life. So
I think that's awesome. Thank you.
yeah, absolutely. Let me go ahead and get this in for you.
And I see we already have a line. So again, if you are here at VidSummit, you can go ahead and get your book signed if you have your own copy or if you want to purchase one. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it off.
There you go, my friend.
Thanks again, Roberto.
Absolutely.
All right.
Hello,
So
Shannon. And you're wearing all of the creator merch.
go ahead and show it to the camera. Over here too.
Also there.
Also over here?
Yes, no,
Oh,
it's
here we
like
go.
matching and everything. That's my merch.
Yeah, this is
So for those who don't know, what is your name and how do you know Roberto? Feel free to grab the mic.
Hi, I'm Shannon, and I've known Roberto for 4 years. I think I first saw you at Video Marketing World.
Yeah, it was probably Video Marketing World in Texas. I think
Yeah.
in Dallas.
Yeah, at the Gaylord Hotel
Yeah.
there. It's a beautiful venue.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so I've known Roberto forever. I think we've been on Viper's channel together
A couple of times, yeah. Our good friend Viper.
Yeah, our good friend Viper. And yeah, I'm looking forward to checking out this book that is probably going to be one of the best creator books that's ever been written, because
That's my hope.
it was written by Roberto. So who do we have on the stream? Is there people on the stream?
I think we see some folks from the community. We've got Aaron's House of Legos. We've got Beyond Ginger. We've got JV's Hangout. We've got quite a few people checking out the stream.
Yeah.
It's like, I think that we have a lot of people there at lunch and at the ballroom right now. The ballroom's packed.
Oh yeah,
Packed.
Mr. Beast.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Beast.
Oh, but we're gonna be here for a good while. We're gonna be here for quite a while. So the thing is, we'll get the after party going. But
let's get it started.
Yeah. Here you go.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thank you for everything for over the years.
Oh, hush.
All right. I thought you did great.
Yeah.
So, Roberto, while we are waiting, I know more people are going to be joining us. I wanted to ask you something, and this goes to like the forward and what you said in the book. I don't want to give too much away, but I know that when you were writing this, that you had a lot of people in your mind. Who would you say is the ideal person for this book?
I would say that the ideal person for this book is what I describe as a working class creator, somebody who wants to be a content creator. They currently work a 9-to-5 job. Maybe they're in college, but this is for anybody of any age. It doesn't matter if you're 25, 35, 55. which is most of the people in my audience are those particular ages. That's why I bring it up. I feel that I tried to make sure that there's realistic information and advice here, because the biggest problem that I found among content creators who are adults who are trying to make content, people typically over the age of 25, is they have families, they have jobs, they have real responsibilities. I didn't take YouTube seriously until I was more than like 28 years old. I was almost 30. A lot of people think it's too late for them. And they also realize that they have maybe less time, energy, less freedom than somebody 10 years younger than them or 20 years younger than them that is doing this. And that is something that really like stuck with me, and it was in my heart to write about and to acknowledge that not everybody, and it's no offense to anybody, not everybody is 18, 20, 16 and says, oh, I want to be a YouTuber and has unlimited time, unlimited energy. A lot of people, they have a lot going on outside of this, and they don't have the time, energy, resources to like commit to it at the same level as other people. So what's the answer to them? What's a path for them? What's realistic for them to expect? And what is it going to take? And I don't pull punches in this book. I tell them a lot of what I really believe to be true, and that they have to create more time freedom. I talk about how to do that. I talk about realistic expectations around monetization. I give real numbers, hard numbers, just like I do on my YouTube channel, where I show you all my numbers. I give some facts. I give some hard numbers. I give examples. I give, case studies. And so who is this for? I think this is for working class creators. I think this is for people who are already content creators and they're in the creator middle class and they've just gone full time or they're about to go full time. And so that's what I think the book's for.
I think that's awesome. And I know that as we are here live, we may see some people behind us. We may have more and more who show up. So I just wanted to remind everyone, thank you for joining us. I see we have some people in the chat. Hi, Roberto. Nice to see you. Hey, chat, and congrats, Roberto Blake. You're getting a lot of congrats. You're getting a lot of praise, and I think it is so justly deserved. I know that you not only get a smile for, helping people online, but what does it feel to see people holding the book, reading the book?
That's been a massive humbling experience. That's been a major blessing, and it hits different. It's very different. I didn't feel nearly as good about like any of the videos that hit 100,000 views, 500,000 views, even my 1 million view video. None of it has hit, even my silver play button from YouTube, nothing has hit the same as people holding my book in their hand, it being an Amazon bestseller, people telling me that they've read it and they've already put it into action, or that they finally feel like someone acknowledged what their experience is as a creator in the book. And that's meant the world to me.
And I love that, you always preach, focus on your audience. And even in this book and even how you're feeling, it's that seeing the audience you've cultivated over the years, being just so appreciative as you are for all the work you've given. And it's a way to physically hold something. I know we all talk about SaaS, but there's something about a physical good that I think is so cool to see.
Oh, yeah.
Now, another question I had, because I know that this has been a long time coming. So you mentioned in the book, your struggles, you mentioned all the time in your content.
Yeah.
What is something that after doing this book, you've learned that you can bring into your content?
Oh, there's so many things. I think one of the most important things I learned through the process of this book that I'm going to be able to bring into my content is how much storytelling really does matter, because as you know, the book is realistic partly because of how much storytelling exists in the book. And I think that that's going to be a theme through the other books that I write in this trilogy. And I feel that in my own now I have a lot that I can reference in the book and use that in storytelling format. I think even in teaching other people about creating products to sell in some of my content coming forward, because that's so important for creators to diversify how they make their money. I think that being able to talk about what my story was on the journey of writing this book, of self-publishing, of learning new things. I had to learn everything about Amazon. I had to learn everything about the publishing process. I had to learn everything about what goes into writing and developing and marketing a book. I had to start basically from scratch, just like every YouTuber does. There's a story in there, multiple stories in there that I think are valuable to share on my channel for any content creator, because I think more content creators are going to want to tell stories, and I think more content creators are going to want to write books. And I think that they should. I think that a book is a legacy, and I think more content creators should really think about this. So just the process of writing the book, It's content. It's content.
No kidding. And I think it was Tywin Lannister that said legacy is important. And I'm glad to see that you're
After
working
gone,
on it.
it's the name that matters.
100%. I figured you'd appreciate that Game of Thrones. I see that we have some people walking around. We have more coming around.
Yeah.
We have comments as well. Lots of congrats for Roberto.
Yeah, we have
Renee,
Mr.
great to
Renee
see
Ritchie
you.
here.
Would you like to be on live? All right. You can sit right here. So we have Renee. Renee, why don't you go ahead and let the audience know who you are? And if you don't, you should.
I'm Renee Ritchie. I'm the creator liaison at YouTube. So my job is literally to take everything creators say about YouTube and go inside and argue for it.
Awesome. And you can feel free to hold the mic.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
How's it going?
It's great,
Congrats.
Renee. It's like, thank you so much and everything like that. Would you like a book?
So I don't want to take a book away from a creator because YouTube policies, but I did buy it.
Okay.
I did buy it. Yes.
Excellent.
And I will buy the audio version too when it comes out.
The audiobook is coming. That was probably going to come out in either the end of October, if not mid-November. Audiobooks are harder than people think.
So I bought the Kindle, I ordered the print version, and I'm getting the Audible version.
Excellent. So you'll have the whole set.
Multi-format creators.
Multi-format creators. Hey, that's how it is. Excellent. No, thank you so much for everything you do for creators, Renee. Like, of what you have read, was there anything that stood out in the book that you think creators need to pay more attention to?
I love your journey. Like, I think that it's important for people to know that not everything comes easy. And I love that you're almost like the YouTube dad, who's like, because a lot of people will just like tell you, oh yeah, just come with me. Everything's going to be super simple. You're going to like, you'll be the next, giant creator. And you're like, I'm going to keep it real. And I'm going to tell you it's a job. You got to work. You got to be prepared to work. And some people are also like, making videos is hard. You're like, yes, yeah, it's a job. Like if you don't show up for work, like, that.
Exactly.
Yeah. I love that about you.
I love the idea of I think that the creator industry is legitimate. It's a $100 billion a year industry, the creator economy. I talk about that in the book. And I feel that it deserves to be respected like any other career, any other job out there. I think that a lot of people, the rhetoric is, oh, it's the funnest job in the world. Not every day.
Yeah.
Not every day. Just like any other career, any other job, no matter how much you love it, no matter how passionate you are, there are hard times. There are difficult days. There are things that don't work out.
Yeah.
And I think it deserves the same respect. I think people, oh, you're a YouTuber, you're a content creator, oh, you're a podcaster, oh, you're a streamer. And it gets side-eyed. And it's like, if you ask people to actually do it, they'll go, oh, crap, this is actually legitimately hard.
Yeah, and that's happened to actors for years, and then
facts.
you see what they go through, like just for some of their roles. I'm not talking about like it's hard for the top actors, it's hard for the top YouTubers, but anyone trying to be a working class actor or musician, it's a grind.
And if you do it online, you have to also be the technician, not just the talent.
Yes,
and that's taken for granted. These skill sets, the skills, the level of a skill stack that a creator has to build. It's like 8 specific skills that by themselves, or even up to 12. Could have been a career and a full-time job by themselves. So creators don't get enough respect.
Yeah. Well, you've said this repeatedly, like it's a business. It's not just a channel. You're not just entertaining. You've got to make it sustainable for you. And there's so many jobs that you have to, like Marquez has 8 arms of the octopus. You start off doing all 8. And if you work hard and you're smart, you can start, hiring out those
arms and delegating. Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But you got a lot of work to do to get there.
Oh, it's a lot and everything. And that's why it takes so long to be successful. There's no real overnight success.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think sometimes there's like unique people who are like, whether they're like an athlete, like there's like a Michael Jordan in athletes, or there's like a movie star who's like one of the Chris's. Like if you're a Chris, you're in every movie.
Yeah.
And there's some people who are just so, like we saw Ryan Trahan.
So
charismatic. He has like a cheat code, but like most of us have to work for a living.
Most of us have to. I was not charismatic when I started on YouTube.
And he works really hard. I'm not saying that Ryan doesn't work hard.
Mr. Beast wasn't charismatic. His first 100 videos, you can see it. He was not charismatic. It's like, so what I respect about someone like Jimmy Donaldson, Mr. Beast, is I can look at his channel and see the work ethic.
Yes.
He was not lucky.
Marquez too.
Marquez as well.
Yeah, they work super hard.
Poor Marquez made 100 videos and he didn't even get 78 subscribers.
Yeah.
You have people like have 100, 150 videos. They have 3,000 subscribers. Then they're crying. But like one of the biggest YouTubers of all time, biggest in his category, he didn't even get 100 subscribers after 100 videos. He got rejected from the YouTube Partner Program 3 different times.
Yeah.
PewDiePie.
Well, and we know from like martial arts, like a black belt is a white belt who never quit.
Exactly.
That's the difference.
Oh yeah, 100%. So yeah, so I mean, it means the world to me to see you be so successful in what you've done.
Oh, thank you.
Moving from your career in tech journalism to being an independent content creator to now working and helping other content creators through YouTube in the liaison role and everything like that. A role I happen to have personally had begged YouTube to actually create years ago. You've been trading war stories with our good friend Matt Koval.
Yeah.
And
The OG liaison.
Yeah, exactly. The original. So I really appreciate everything you're doing for creators.
Thank you. Likewise.
Team YouTube is doing.
Team YouTube are legit superheroes. Like, people don't appreciate it, but if you go and look through like their tweets and their mentions, those people are legit superheroes.
Yeah. Poor Abby is like the hero. Like, she's like the hero we deserve.
Yeah.
Because, like,
they feel so many problems, so many days for so many creators with a smile. It's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, congratulations.
Thank you so much, man.
I love this.
Appreciate
All
it.
success.
We've got a couple more people here. I see Curtis. Curtis, you want to? Yeah. You want to grab the mic? You want to sit down? Pull up?
Oh, I gotta ask you a question.
Oh, please feel free. But talking to the mic as you do it.
Hello.
Yep.
I'm Curtis.
Yes.
Is it on?
We're on? Okay, great.
Okay.
But yeah, go ahead. Feel free.
Where do I start? Do I talk about myself?
You can tell them your channel name. And
Sure.
Also, oh, by the way, did you want to grab a book while we're at it? I can go ahead and start that. I'll start that up for you.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, but go ahead. Ask your question.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Curtis. I have a channel called Malevolent Elephant. This man sitting across from me, he already knows. He's been a huge inspiration for me to get where I'm at.
Yeah, you've been massively successful. You've had some pretty big hits. You even managed, despite everything, you managed to keep growing during the pandemic, which was very difficult. Not everyone blows up during the pandemic. Some people fall off.
That's true.
You did not.
Yeah. I hit 100K a few months ago, so life's been good.
Yep.
I do have a question.
Go for it. Go for it, Curtis.
I know you've not been a big fan of shorts.
I've come around.
Historically,
yeah.
You know me, I do animal content where I react to animals, basically.
Yeah.
Do I need to jump into shorts?
For your specific type of content, to be very real with you, I've been watching reels of like nature is scary, nature is dangerous, animals attack.
Right.
And it's like, I hate to tell y'all, you're going to get a little reveal, the mask off here and everything like that. I love seeing nature out there wild and everything. Photography. You like the animal stuff. Yeah. Yeah. But I specifically, my what is it called? My guilty pleasure is I keep watching this short on loop of this jaguar sneaking up on this gator in the wild and just goes for the throat.
Oh yeah.
And the gator's just like, oh why?
Oh
why?
yeah.
What did I do? And it's the most amazing thing in the world. So to be honest, I think that for your type of content, in general, reactions can do great on shorts.
Right.
It's the right type of
There ain't
content.
no money though, man. God.
Oh, the money is coming. Did you see my interview
Yeah, I
with
know.
YouTube TV? The money is coming, my friend.
Right.
And there is money if you have the right strategy. I actually plan to make some content about shorts monetization strategy. The opportunity is there.
Okay.
The thing is, I don't think that shorts are right on every channel. I don't think shorts are right for every creator. I think some creators should have a shorts channel. Some should have it on their main channel.
Yeah.
Figuring that out is rough. I think it's very new, but just remember, it took a while for live streaming on your channel to get stable.
That's true.
And that came around. And remember, so these things evolve on the ground. Again, some of my skepticism of shorts was I did not like the idea of companies chasing TikTok.
Right.
But the market has spoken, so I think now we can figure out what we can do about that. The thing is, it might be another channel for you, Curtis. It might be another channel for all we know. There might be all right, we sneak it in on the main channel, but it might be another channel that you do.
Right. Mr. Beast was just saying, because he was asked like, what do you think is next? And he thinks shorts.
I think shorts are the
And
future.
he said people aren't taking advantage of it like they should be.
Yeah.
So I was like, dang.
Even I'm not, but I have a plan now. See, thing is, I took my time on shorts because I didn't want to just do something, just do it or ride the wave.
Right.
I came up with a plan, and I also started to condition myself. Reels has been working for me on Instagram. I've even played with TikTok.
Okay.
Reels did the best of everything. I played with shorts, but now I have a new short strategy. I have multiple new short strategy. I'm even planning a channel that no one will know it's me. I have a channel that's going to
I
massively.
have another one coming. Okay.
I have a channel. It's finally going to be an entertainment channel. It's going to be faceless, and it's going to be exploiting shorts.
I like it.
And it's a pure entertainment pop culture channel. It's going to be exploiting shorts.
I like it.
No one will
Okay.
know it's me.
I like it. I like it. Okay.
And
All
the thing
right.
is, it's in a niche where I've helped other people
Yeah.
be successful. It's in a very nerdy niche where I've helped other people successful. I've helped people get massive viral views doing this. And so I'm into the same thing as them, so it's my turn.
Right. There we go. There we go. Okay. Well, I think that answers it. I've had a couple of shorts. I had one hit 8 million last year.
Oh, there you go.
But I'm looking. I'm like, damn, it made me like $2. Like,
Okay, but see,
but I guess it's the overall exposure. It's the
it grows the brand. So not every video is a revenue driver. Some videos build your reputation. I had a video, the video that I just dropped, where I spoke with YouTube VP Amjad Anif.
Yeah, I watched that. Yeah.
Guess what? That's not going to get me massive views and reach and exposure. Right. That's not going to make me a ton of ad revenue. You know what's going to do, though? It is going to bona fide my reputation in this industry.
Right.
Being able to speak directly with a YouTube VP, letting everyone see what a good interviewer that I can be, that I can shut up and listen and let someone answer a question. It's massively done wonders if you look at the comments for my reputation. Okay. Some videos build your reputation. Some videos build your relationships. Okay. Some videos build your revenue. Some videos increase your reach potential. This video builds my relationship with YouTube and YouTube's executive team. It builds my reputation in the industry. So my relationships and my reputations, this is a win. Right. It's a loss on reach. It's not going viral or nothing. It's a loss on reach, and it's not great on ad revenue, but it is tremendous for my relationship building and my reputation.
So it's like a loss leader.
Exactly.
Kind of is. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. But it's worth it because the thing is, relationships and reputation are more valuable than most things. And for you, if your reach could be because your content, if you reach people, those people will watch your other stuff.
That's true.
So it's massive free marketing for you.
I guess my thing is
the time you throw on the shorts is loss leader for marketing.
That's true. You've told me before that since animal content, the content I make is very casual.
Yep.
So I get a lot of views, but my subscriber count goes up very slowly. So I think shorts might.
I think shorts can turn the tide. I do believe shorts can turn the tide for you because I think shorts could be the thing that takes you from 100K to 1 million.
Right.
I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
Max the Meat Guy with shorts.
I like it.
From zero
I've seen that.
to 3 million in 2 years.
Yeah.
I've also seen it revive channels that were like dead.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's revive channels that are dead.
Dang.
I'll show you one off camera, off stream, because I don't want to call anyone out.
Yeah.
I'll show you. Yeah.
Okay.
Brought back from the dead.
It's that comfort zone. I guess I just
Sometimes we gotta pivot.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all I needed.
All right. Appreciate you,
brother.
Curtis.
Yes, sir. Let's do business.
That's you. And what I do here is you can swipe or tap.
That's good.
This is so cool.
That is awesome, dude.
Yeah, this is so cool. And you can choose what type of receipt you want. You can go email, print, whatever. Boom.
We family.
Done.
Yep.
Oh, wait. I think this one is yours. I think that one might be Andrew's. This is... Yep, this is yours, Curtis.
All right, brother.
All right, appreciate you. Yep. Yeah. 350. My talk is at 350. We got your book.
Are you matching the price on Amazon?
Yeah.
Okay.
$14.99.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll make you a deal.
So it never crashes.
Yeah, I'll buy one of your books if you buy one of my each of my 18.
Each of your 18. What are your books about?
My books are about everything from books.
Yep.
My books are about everything. Do I need to pick this up? Are you serious?
We're
Okay,
streaming.
cool. My books are about everything from
One's called The Results Equation, which is how to accomplish any goal. I wrote one about depression, tightrope of depression, because of my journey. I wrote one about dying because I died once and had a
Wow.
near-death experience. Yeah, isn't that crazy? And I wrote one called The Story Arc, which is to help people write books. So I'm a coach. I help people write books. My goal in life this year is to help 10 million people discover, develop, and serve with their divine gifts. And I love what you're about, creating something awesome because you're using your gifts.
Yes.
So bless your heart for everything you're doing.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. 18 books, man.
And I got 6
I'm
underway.
I'm behind. I need another 17.
No, you don't. You need to do whatever's in your heart with all your heart, and that's all.
Probably another 17 books.
Yeah, okay, well, good. Do that. I'd love to.
Yeah, no, but that's tremendous. I'll tell you what. I'll 1-for-1 you. I will buy your 18 books if you buy and give away 18 of mine.
Done.
All right?
I will buy 18.
You don't have to buy them here. You can buy those on Amazon and give them away.
All right, I'll do it.
Yeah. Boom.
Okay, how do I get a hold of you to let you know?
My Twitter is @Roberto Blake.
At
So-
Roberto Blake.
Yep. So you can DM me in Twitter. That's the easiest way to reach me because I'm on Twitter way too much, as all of you know.
At Roberto Blake.
Yeah, @Roberto Blake in Twitter.
Yeah. I think I have a Twitter account, but I'm not very good at it. So you'll have a zillion and I'll have 2. But I have somebody that does some of that for me. But thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what? I'll do that.
Yeah.
And I'll hold you to it too.
Yeah, no, please do. Like it's not a
Do
big
you
ask.
have
It's
do
not
you
a
have
big ask.
a podcast or other kind of program?
I do have a podcast. We're working on making it more consistent and bring it back.
Because I have a podcast called Your Ultimate Life,
Okay.
and I have 700 and something episodes.
Oh wow. See, I am behind. Like,
Okay, would you consider being a guest on my
Done.
podcast?
Easy. Done.
It's called Your Ultimate Life, and it's about creating a life of purpose, prosperity, and joy by serving with your gifts.
That's an easy yes. Done.
All right, good. Can I get a hold of you here and tell you how to do stuff at
Yeah.
Roberto Blake?
Yeah, straight up DM me @Roberto Blake in Twitter. My DMs are open.
Oh,
And,
DM is that a private thing?
yeah, it's almost like text messaging, but on the internet.
Yeah, I know what DM is on Facebook, like
It's
Facebook
private, just like
Messenger.
it's similar. Yeah, it's private. Yeah.
Okay, but there's a DM on Twitter?
Yep.
Okay, see how dumb I am about Twitter. So you might think you're behind, but I'm way behind. The birds have flapped. I'm history. What else can I do to love you? You're just fabulous. I'm grateful you're here doing your stuff.
I guess right now the only other thing you can tell me, like, what brought you to VidSummit?
Daryl is a dear friend. The first year he held this in 2014, because this is the 9th year,
Yep.
I was his accidental MC. It was over in the theater at the Westin.
I remember the Westin. Yeah.
All right, you were there.
I was there in 2016. So
Yes.
Like, yeah.
I've been his MC every year. Owen's funny. He gets up
Yeah.
on the stage and he says 9 years no, and that's actually not true. Because the first 2 years he wasn't here and I was. But the story about how I got there, is it okay if I tell the story?
Sure.
It's hysterical. About a year before his first VidSummit, I was just messing around. I had a 30-year career doing something else, executive, this, that, and the other. But I had a wreck of a life behind the scenes. One of those typical people that's successful on the outside, and behind the scenes, I was in and out of rehab and like the whole mess.
Life happens.
And so one of my books is called Tightrope of Depression, my journey from darkness, despair, and death to light, love, and life. But anyway, so I had a divine intervention that changed my life. I ended a 30-year career, walked away from it 2007. A few years after that, I was starting to figure out what I wanted to do. I'm a coach now, and I help people do like what I said, and I started writing and everything else. But anyway, I was trying to get on a GoToWebinar,
Okay.
and I entered
The
code
struggle is
wrong.
real.
I entered the code wrong, and I ended up on the wrong webinar.
Right.
And the one I got on was Daryl selling his original product, which was offline video domination,
Nice.
and somebody else that I didn't
So that
know.
means you got on the right webinar.
Well, I did, but I didn't know it. So that's just the beginning of the story. So here we are. I'm on this webinar. I don't belong on this list, and Daryl happens to be the guest, and they're doing a JV thing, right? And I listened, and I thought, oh, I like this. So I bought Daryl's product, and then I sent him an email afterwards, and I said, yo, dude, you don't know me. I'm not on your list of the other guys, but I bought your stuff. I just thought you should know. Well, he didn't know what to do with that, and he didn't answer, and he makes me tell this story all the time. But anyway, So about 2 months later, I'm in San Diego at the Dana, and I'm speaking at an event. And into the restaurant walks Daryl. And he wasn't part of the event. He was in San Diego to meet his then JV broker.
Okay.
And I walked up and I said, yo, dude, I know you. And he looked at me and he says, what are you talking about? I said, you remember that email you got from somebody that said, I don't know you? I got on the wrong webinar. And he looked at me and he said, is that for real? And I said, yeah. He said, I got it, but I never answered you because I didn't know what to say. So we had dinner and we became friends. A few months later, he invited me to his first VidSummit.
Okay.
I came. I'm sitting in the audience. There were 80 people in that first one in the theater at the Westin. He likes to say 100, but it was 80. And his MC for the 3 days got sick and didn't come. So Daryl thought he was going to run the event and MC.
Oh.
And he's up there on stage opening the thing, right? And his clicker broke. Okay.
Of course.
I happened to have a clicker in my bag. So I walked up, interrupted the presentation, and they said, yo, dude, do you need this? So he took my clicker and used it, right? And then during the first talk, I'm sitting on the aisle, and I felt this tap on my shoulder. Deet, deet, deet. And I looked up, it's Daryl. And he said, would you come out in the hallway? I said, yes. So I went out in the hallway, and he said, would you do me a favor? And I said, sure, what? He said, would you MC my 3-day event? Because you're the only person here that could just do this, like right here, right now. And I said, you bet I will. So I was his MC that year and the next year when it was also in that ballroom. And I remember you, the name, because I remember thinking Beretta when I thought of you, Blake, the Robert Blake, the actor, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't confuse you, obviously, but I thought of him. So I remember you then, and I was the MC the first 2 years. That's how I met Daryl. I've been in his Jumpstart program for a long time, but I haven't exploded my channel. My commitment this year with the 10 million is about, okay, it's time. I have a few hundred videos up, but they're not organized and systematized and all
Right.
that. So that's how I met Daryl.
Wow. That's
And that hell of a story. I
That
know.
is a hell of a story, but it's a full circle. It like kind of just mirrors some of the serendipity of these relationships that happen organically here in like not only VidSummit but just in general in the platform. And so that's a very cool story.
So that's how I met him.
Yeah.
And I saw you here talking to that guy, and I thought I should talk to him.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Well, here we are. Well, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Very much. I'll have
And-
you on my show. That'll
And
be
yes, I'll come on the show, and do remember to DM me on Twitter.
great. DM you and Twitter. I'll remember that. I'm going to go write it down right now.
Yep. We've got a line somehow that happened. And could you mind passing the mic to Andrew real quick? And then we got Rob here. And then
Yes.
Andrew, could you tap, I guess maybe Daniel or somebody we had, the light go out?
Yeah, I'm gonna work on that. I saw it immediately. I
Okay.
gotcha.
Excellent.
All right. So now we have Rob.
How's it going, Rob?
I am absolutely wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing great.
So I never met you, never followed you, and I'm walking by and
Really?
the lady gave me a name, and I'm like, look this brother up. I'm supporting him. Got my money out to buy your
Okay,
book,
sight unseen.
right?
All Very
so,
well.
because after being here, I look and I see like it's great. It's amazing.
Wonderful event.
I mean, you got millions, billions of followers and all that, but sometimes some of it can be so like, oh man, overwhelmed,
Yes.
right? And I feel like when I look back at it, I believe in start where you at and take care of your followers, take care of your clients, take care of the people that are
100%.
viewing you, because it can be in a place where like I looked up, the camera was like $5,000 for the camera that the guy had.
That's
And
a lot.
he's paying $1 million just for thumbnails.
Okay, yeah, that's a lot.
It's like
I'm like, that's
Man.
not how I started. I'm
mind
like,
blowing.
I was not, like,
And
I know that's how nobody starts. I started broke.
yeah, and I mean, I looked at your channel. You got like 560 something thousand followers, subscribers, and that's amazing. So some of that needs to be talked about, because when you get into like, oh man, this guy gonna have 1 million or 1 billion, or
It starts to become wildly inaccessible.
you got me. Like, why are you not up there?
I'll be up there at 3:50 p.m.
Oh, so you're gonna be speaking.
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
in the Mimosa room at 3:50.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. All right. Okay. No. Okay. Okay. Maybe because I'm like, what is this with these millions and billions view. What about the 565? There's something to be talked
we'll
about.
have people here that are speakers with 100,000.
Yeah.
You can learn from people with 50,000.
Of course, definitely. Okay, all right.
So,
Now we're talking.
absolutely.
All right. You make me feel much more comfortable because a lot.
Well, that's what we aim to please.
Yeah, because I look back at it, I'm just like, man, so for me, I'm in the fitness realm,
Okay.
which I do coaching with fitness, holistic health coaching. I backed off my channel for a little and started focusing more on Instagram
Okay.
and Facebook. But then after when I hired a coach, I'm not sure if you know who Myron Golden is.
I think so.
Yeah, he's probably gonna be speaking. We came in with him, and he says, "Get back to YouTube."
Yes.
He's like, "Get back to YouTube."
Look, YouTube can improve anything else.
Yes.
YouTube can improve anything else that you're doing. I swear. I've seen it grow businesses. I've seen it like people's own reason. Some of them have Instagram followers is because of their YouTube. YouTube can grow anything else. Prioritizing YouTube is not. No one regrets prioritizing YouTube. Like TikTok is nice, but like we have YouTube Shorts now. People can just focus on YouTube.
I wish 10 years ago, I was in my YouTube heavily. And I was sharing videos with like my son and I arguing. He was like under 1 year old. So I was sharing just different things that to entertain folks.
Yeah.
And I was getting like $350 a month.
Right.
And then they changed the structure on YouTube and said, no, you need to have 1,000 subscribers.
4,000 hours.
You need to get this much
the requirements.
hours of watch time.
Absolutely.
And so
I'm breaking in.
Okay.
I'm buying some books for the next people to show up at the booth. You
Oh my Lord, really?
As many as $100 will buy. Send some books out to some of the people who are out there.
Okay.
So it kind of like had that thing where it punch you down and you says, I'm gonna just back off it, but I wish I didn't.
Yeah.
I wish I didn't back off it.
That's hard. Like sometimes, regret is hard. Regret is hard. I've definitely been there. Look, one of my regrets is not doing YouTube consistently sooner, but also the fact that I slowed down during the pandemic, but I needed to for my mental health.
Because now when I look back at it, if my mindset was right at that time, I wouldn't think about the 350 that I got knocked down. I would think about the 1,000 subscribers or the 900 subscribers that's coming to my channel every day for what I had to offer.
Exactly.
So now I have a different mindset. Don't worry about what goes on. Worry about the people who I'm serving.
Yes.
Because once I'm worried about that, the money will come.
If you focus on your own audience more than anything else, the rest will come. If you put the audience first, success will follow. But people have to do that, and they have to do it long enough. People have to do that. So you ignore everything else and all the other distractions and focus on your audience, your channel, your content, and get right. That mindset shift is so important for creators.
Yeah, so I'm at a different place. So that's why this is in the past 3 weeks. I'm actually from Maryland.
Okay.
And I traveled to Orlando for the first, or Tampa for the first event with Myron Golden and Darren.
Okay.
And we went to Russell Bronson event in Tampa.
Funnel hackers.
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
And that was amazing. So I'm at a different place now where, put it this way, with God in my life, I'm bulletproof.
There you go.
Because with the mindset piece, I'm not going to worry about the other. I'm just going to keep serving. Because he would come with Myron. I couldn't believe this man. I don't know if you follow Myron Golden at all. You follow him?
I have.
Okay. Man is a millionaire.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're coming down on his jet. And he's serving. He's picking up our luggage.
Yeah.
No, I was floored. Like he's like picking up our luggage, putting it on the rack.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, wait a minute. When in the network marketing field that I came out of, you'd get the stars and I'm a
They're
star.
too good for that. Yeah,
I'm too good for that. This man is serving all the way through and he don't even have to.
That's inspiring.
So that's where my mind came to, listen to me. I'm gonna mop the floor if I have to because someone spilled something.
Well, hey, I'm still a technician. I still edit and do all my content and do all my stuff and everything like that. I still look, I came and I helped set up the lights and everything. And I was in there moving furniture early days.
it's having that servitude attitude and don't feel that I'm too good for it.
Yeah, no, you never
So
too good for
a lot of, to be honest with you, a lot of change for me mentally,
Yep.
spiritually, and financially, because I looked at my program that I was marketing. You were going out piece by piece. Realize the problem is money attracts, and if you're willing to invest, it will come
Well,
back.
that's what you're gonna hear almost every speaker.
yeah, because
in my YouTube channel.
yeah, because we people may say my friends and family back home looking like, what are they doing? But they don't realize we have spent thousands to in the past, included travel, hotel, plus we sign up for Russell's program, plus
But all
we're
the
in
tech too. All the
yeah, plus we're in Michael's program because we needed it, because we were out there selling the button for $2. But if we put a program around the button, this button can sell for $500, right? So it's a great experience just being here and to know and to even learn the YouTube part of it now. It's going to be just amazing.
Yeah, well, thank you
But
so much
brother,
for sharing that.
I appreciate you, and I'm glad that you gave me some inspiring thoughts that you're going to be there. Because I'm like, wait a minute, this brother got 560 something views. Why is he not speaking?
Yeah, I'll be there.
So
350.
much love, man.
Hermosa
Thank
room,
you.
350.
Appreciate you, all right?
All right, take care, man.
Up next, we're going to have Ernie, who is going to be joining you. So, Roberto, I'm going to introduce you to Ernie.
Books here. Where'd they,
I moved him over there,
okay, great.
and Daniel went ahead and bought someone who
I
was
saw
waiting
that,
a book.
Yeah, he bought 6 books for people.
Wow. All right, so everyone, meet Ernie.
Thank you.
So, Ernie, say who you are, what you do, and
All right. I'm Ernie Pietrick, and I'm the owner of Shark Scrapper, and my channel is all about recycling, scrapping and recycling.
Wait a minute, Shark Scrapper.
Yes.
I see you in the comments.
How
I
are
see
you
in the
doing,
live
man?
stream.
Yes. I am absolutely a fan of you and Nick and Daniel, and oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, we love you, and like, you've even, I think, come to the clubhouse rooms, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
During the
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we have like all these clubhouse rooms we were doing, especially during the pandemic, and yeah, you were all
Yeah, I've learned a ton from you guys, and when I started my company, my recycling company, I knew from day one that YouTube was going to be an integral part of the company, and then being able to learn from folks like you and Nick and Daniel, and just the straight up honesty and down to earth kind of sharing that you all do on a regular basis, just awesome, just phenomenal.
Yeah, it's been like, but even you've shared a lot of insights too. Whenever we've had these talks in Clubhouse, you were always generous with your, not just listening, also providing, and you've massively supportive in the community, in the live streams and stuff like that. So also thank you, to you for just being a part of that.
Yeah, my pleasure, absolutely. There is something in particular, though, Roberto, about you that I really appreciate, and I've wanted to be able to share it with you personally.
Oh, please do.
And that is that, as a young person who came up through stuff that I've never had to deal with, it's just amazing when I see the success that you have created and everything that you're doing for people. Because for reasons that I'm sure you understand,
Of course.
I've had a very easy life. You, on the other hand, have had some significant challenges, and you have overcome them right and left.
Everyone has their challenges. Life is long and hard for most people. Everyone has their challenges. Mine have been mine. Yours have been yours. Everybody has their struggles. But you know what? We soldier on. We make the most of the cards that we're dealt. And the thing is, yes, there's heartache to be had, but it's a small price to pay to live on your own terms.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there's a ton of people waiting to chat with you, so thank you very
Harry.
much.
There you go. Daniel Battelle bought you a book.
Did he?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to have to buy him.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. And actually, would you mind passing me that stack of books over there? And then we've got, thank you.
If you need the reader, I've got it plugged in right now.
Thank you for that. Yeah, no problem. Andrew, we've got the next one. On to next.
Yes, absolutely we can. So, in the meantime, how has it been going? How are you enjoying the signing?
I've been enjoying myself. People have been sharing some
I'm gonna
wonderful
go.
stories. People have been very generous with the book. Daniel Patel bought 6 people books. We just gave away one of the ones, so we got 5 to go. And I'm having a good time hearing about all these different creator stories. While the next person is coming up, is there anything we need to answer in the chat? Anything from the chat we want to address or talk to or acknowledge?
I'll let you read it out loud.
Okay. That is what I appreciate about Roberto Blake compared to the other YouTubers. He gives the good, the bad.
All right,
hustle
Roberto.
And not just start a channel and go viral. We love the honesty. Thank you so much for that.
Roberto is nothing but honest. Roberto, next up is Shannon, who
Okay.
not only wants to buy one book, wants to buy 2.
Oh, wow.
All right, Shannon. It is you. Everyone meet Shannon. So
Hi, Shannon.
feel free to hold this.
I'm doing good.
This is yours to hold and
right.
interact.
So, Shannon, we've got an interesting conundrum for you because Daniel Patel generously bought some books.
Uh-huh.
So the thing is, I can either give you 2 books or you can pass them on to somebody else. Choice is yours.
I was going to buy 2 books from you today just so I could share as well. Like, we're all in a giving spirit today, huh?
Apparently. So it's like, so you wanted to buy 2 books anyway. So
Yes.
Okay.
And then that way we, pass the blessing on.
All right, so we'll hold the other 2
Yeah.
for some people, and that's great that you're gonna pass it on like that. So that's great. We'll just set this aside. But I'd love to hear a little bit about your creator story. And is there anything in my content that has been helpful to you?
Well, right now I'm in the mode of getting into podcast setup. I now have about 18,000 followers on YouTube for
wow, that's tremendous.
teaching Photoshop, and I teach with templates. So what I have on is a template. My students can go in and change it
That's
within
what
10
I started
minutes.
with, is the
Really?
tutorials. I started with Photoshop and video editing tutorials. If you watch my oldest content,
Right.
it's Photoshop, video editing, graphic design. It's all how to become
I did notice that, right?
Yeah, I started with the how to become, for either freelancer career, the skills to do the thing. Then it was like, well, how do I get clients? How do I market myself? How do I do and
Right.
then, how do I do social media? And then, here I am. So.
Well, see, you just led it for the perfect question. My question is, how do I get from doing the tutorials, and of course I have templates, I have an academy where I teach people, but I want to get more into exposing them to entrepreneurship. The podcast is going to be called Design Your Life, and it's really about how you're able to design your life as an entrepreneur, and kind of looking at like different people's like where they are now and backtracking to where they started from, instead of thinking that you're going to build the same way. Kind of see where people are and if that's where you even want to be.
Are you familiar with my good friend Chris Doe?
No, I'm not.
Chris Doe built a YouTube channel called The Future.
Yeah.
And he taught people the business of design. And now he teaches them about creative entrepreneurship. He's had 2 million subscribers. I've known Chris since I used to be a bigger YouTuber than Chris. I've known him and Jose Caballera since they had 10,000 subscribers. We became very good friends. Grew to 30,000. Now they're at 2 million. They're bigger than me.
Right.
And he started teaching people graphic design just like you. And then he started teaching them about things that they wouldn't learn in graphic design school. He taught them their career development.
Yes.
So it was like hard and soft skills. I think if you bridge the gap of building your career as a graphic designer, digital artist, creative professional, you teach that. And you also give a heads up maybe to women entering the field, even specifically. You do that. You do it and even give some specific contextual advice to people of color entering the industry. You do these multifaceted things. It doesn't have to be exclusive on any of that stuff, but sometimes putting in something just for people like you does matter. So I think you build up that, and as it grows, you start to say, okay, people have careers. Some people are wanting to leave those careers and go their own way. You can talk to those people so you have built up kind of a journey for them. And then you can talk about all of those things.
I love it, because that's exactly where I want to go now, because building the tools for people is cool. But I think, what they're really missing is the how you get there financially and how you build a legacy, and not just the actual product. So I appreciate this advice. I think it's lovely. And Chris, is he Asian?
Chris Oh yeah.
I do know him.
Okay, yeah,
I'm,
you do
I'm
know my
thinking like
friend.
I remember people's faces
Yeah.
and the projects that they do. So I do, like yes, I follow
Yes.
his word.
He's
so,
like
yeah.
the perfect example
Uh-huh.
of what I love
He's really
about
compassionate too.
creative entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Chris Do is like Chris Do is goals.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So now I have his content to look forward to as well.
All right, I've signed a personal copy for you. Who should I make the other one out to?
You did Shannon, and then the other one Ant, A-N-T.
Okay.
And Ant,
I think right
is this is this your mobile podcast setup?
This is their mobile press. I'm here with
gotcha.
my friends from StreamYard. They're also
Yeah.
one of my favorite sponsors.
Yes,
Shout out
yes.
to StreamYard and the team.
Yeah, I use StreamYard as well. I love it.
New features coming. Are those out yet? Are the new
What
features
new
out yet?
features?
Next week?
Well, we have one that just released.
Okay.
So we have video trimming is available.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
in
now
the
you can make
program.
clips. You can make
Now
clips.
trim
You're kidding
your
me.
down.
Without having to download my whole 3-hour long live, I can. Okay, awesome.
There will be some features coming in the
Can we get a sneak peek of what those will be?
that really help out video podcasting.
That's exactly where I'm heading next. So that's amazing. I love it. Yes. Thank you so much. How do I purchase?
Here you go. And the way you purchase is, give me a second. You can tap or swipe.
I think this one can tap.
So just right there.
So
Tap higher.
Other way. There it goes.
And then decide what type of receipt you want. It can print if you want. It just text, email.
Print, please. Here it goes. Thank you.
There you go.
Roberto, you're amazing. Your last name is my brother's first name, so I'll remember you
All
forever.
right, appreciate
Thank
it.
you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shannon. It's great to meet you.
My pleasure. Thank you.
All right. So I do have to say, I think it is going fantastic. I see the chat is asking. All right. Can you go ahead and grab them over?
What's the
All
chat
right.
asking?
1 second, chat. We have someone who's been waiting. Hello, Russell.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing well. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience. We are live.
Oh, and feel free to sit. Where's the camera? Here? Right there. Oh, right there. Hi, I'm Russell Verisco. I have a RV travel channel, RVer TV on YouTube. Here to talk with Mr. Blake here.
Yeah. How's it going, Russell?
Good, sir. How are you
enjoying
doing?
VidSummit so far? I'm doing great.
This is my first one. I've never been.
Oh, well, welcome.
Yeah, and I appreciate your videos. You know, I've seen a few of them. Back in the earlier days when I was really first starting YouTube, you helped a lot.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. What helped the most in those early days when you were small YouTube?
Oh, just forming the channel, the motivation. You know, you're always about, stay focused.
Yep.
All that, and it kept me motivated because at that time I was all over the map. Doing RV, I didn't even know what I was doing.
Yeah. Being like not having focus, not doing things in the right order, not being consistent, not being patient. These are the things that absolutely crush small YouTubers. It's why 90% of them don't succeed, because it's the same things that derail you in life. You and I are old enough to know.
Yes.
We're adults here. We're old enough to know that in life, if you don't focus, you fail.
Right.
If you get demotivated, don't get up, don't do the work, face it with courage, soldier on, you're going to fail. Does that guarantee success if you do those things? No. But not doing them guarantees failure. And that's what everyone gets wrong. And so you have to focus on something. Focus matters. Compound interest matters. Staying motivated, encouraged, disciplined,
Yes.
that matters
Yes.
in life. And
Yeah.
so what I'm hoping is, even my advice in YouTube, I'm hoping that people apply it to other areas of their life.
Yeah, well, and I worked my butt off back in those days. It never went anywhere. It's when I really brought it back and focused on the audience.
Yes.
Everything was about me trying to, make it to satisfy me. Well, I wasn't satisfying the audience.
Yes.
And that's where I really became, a changed channel. Once I
That
figured
was
out
a transformation.
it was about the audience.
I'm so glad you
The
said
money
that.
went up, everything went up.
I'm so glad you said. So did you guys hear what Russell had to say? He said that when he was struggling as a small YouTuber, it's because it was all about himself. It was all about making what he wanted to satisfy himself. And what transformed his channel was putting the audience first.
Yes.
Which is the main thing. I harp on that in this book over and over and over and over again.
Yes. Yeah. Well, and I just want to appreciate. Now I'm still having a little struggle.
Okay.
Maybe you can help me with.
Maybe I can.
I'm almost at 100,000 subscribers. I'm doing almost 1 million views, or over 1 million.
Congratulations.
A month. They're doing very well. Making money on the marketing end of everything. I'm flunking at that bad.
Okay, so the monetization.
I'm getting a ton of products offered to me and sent to me. Some are worth quite a bit of money, but I'm not taking advantage of. I don't want to just market a product for free.
Right, you want brand deals.
Yeah.
Brand deals.
Yeah.
Okay, so when brands are asking you to do all this work for free, they're doing it because they can.
Yes.
And it's where they don't necessarily respect the creator. Now, that being said, a creator has to draw boundaries and respect themselves. So the thing is to go back to the brands and say, hey, I've enjoyed working with you. I appreciate everything you've been doing with the free product and everything like that. I know you have a budget.
Yes.
I know that I create value for the brand. Let's talk about how we move forward. Give it to them straight and tell them that to move forward, you want to talk about sponsored content and what you can do together.
Right.
And that you want to have that conversation. And if they try to come back to you and say, well, no, we're not doing that, or we're not interested in that, or, we don't like this, move on to the next one. And the thing is, when they come a call in, if they're not ready to do business, because again, them giving you product is not them doing business.
Right.
That's a write-off for them. They're not doing business at that point. That's a write-off for them.
Yeah.
If they're not ready to do business, you're not interested in talking.
Yeah. And also, I've seen too. Sorry, I lost my train of thought.
You're fine.
With some of these guys that when they send you the product, my audience doesn't want a commercial. I'm an RV travel. They want to see Yellowstone National Park. They want to see Glacier National Park. They want to see
I've been there. It was lovely.
Mount Rushmore. Oh, yeah. And because I travel all over the country in a van.
Yes.
I do a lot of aerial drones and all that. So if I incorporate the product into living in a van using this battery system to cook the foods and all that, with electric skillets or running my laptops, I was trying to promote that to them as an idea for marketing. It's a use market.
Yes.
What do you think of that?
I think you absolutely should. And I think that you have to get there. You have to sell them on the vision. You have to do some salesmanship, and you have to prove it to them. And I think that when you can do that, it'll be easier going forward with all the other ones. I think that you have to get them to a place to where they trust your creative vision and that you're not going to do an ad read from them there. But maybe also if you build audiences in other platforms, you can compromise and do some things that they want you to do in other platforms. That's why I built my other platforms. Now, again, I have over 100,000 subscribers. You're about to get there. Once you have 100,000 subscribers, you can build your other platforms, and you can do it a lot easier, and it's fine. If you build those to even 10,000, you have another marketing arm that helps you in your brand deals in terms of your leverage, which means that even if you're not doing something for them as a boring ad read in YouTube, you can do some things they might want you to do in your other social platforms, but also if they want an endorsement and they want an ad read, you can do it on their channel, or you can do an ad for them and they can pay you as a contractor for that.
Yeah.
So you can offer more than one service, my friend, and that's what everybody should be thinking about is not just, it's this or it's that. No, it's this and that.
Yeah.
It's not either or, it's and.
Yeah.
And that helps the price go up.
Yeah. And so, because AdSense is all right, it makes money, but it's still not everything. So.
Brand deals are an important part of a balanced creator income diet.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, I sure appreciate your time and
absolutely.
everything, too.
Did you want to get one of the books?
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. So they're $14.99.
I didn't bring a card. Do you take cash?
I can take cash. All right. And let's see. I do have change here. The only reason I carry cash anymore is because of these books, I've been cashless for years, and the books brought me back to cash. and your change. 5 is your change. There you go. Please do. Like it's that'd be helpful. All right, but let's see. Let's get this signed for you. Out of everything, what brought you to VidSummit?
I'm a jump starter, Daryl Eves.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jumpstart.
yeah. Did that about a year and a half ago, and that's what really helped boost my channel.
If there is any doubt of Daryl Eves' Jumpstart program and its prowess, I think that all the people who've come up and said that it helped them should be a testament.
A year and a half ago, I had 30,000 subs. I'm about 1,000 away from kicking over 100,000.
Oh, see, there you go.
Yeah.
Like,
and I had I
There you
was
go.
averaging about 200,000 views back then a month. Now it's almost over 1 million
well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
with doing less videos.
Well, doing. Oh, wow. So that's the answer, right? All right. There you go.
Roberto, you've been an honor, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. It's been my pleasure.
Thank you.
You just set the mic down.
All right. Excellent. Thank you so much. That's massively helpful.
You've already signed my book. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Oh, okay, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm going to sign the cover for you, too.
Yeah,
while
please
I'm
do,
at it.
please do. I struggle a lot with ADHD. I like severe ADHD.
Okay. Mine
And,
is very manageable and mild, but I can appreciate
What's that?
My own is very manageable and mild, but I can appreciate
Right.
that.
My question is, I'm not lazy at work. My job, I work a full-time job right now, my 9-to-5 job, so to say. But when I get home, I'm so tired, wore out. I get distracted by family, by Netflix,
Yep.
you know, even YouTube. I get distracted just watching videos. Is there a way that I can learn to balance having ADHD and, you know, have a schedule between family? I got family responsibilities and I got
Yes.
job responsibilities. I got, you know, but I want to upload content,
Yes.
but it's making it alone
There's
is
an
hard. And then
answer.
there's the editing process. Then
There's
there's
there's an answer for it, and it's a lifestyle transformation. And so part of the answer is when you get off of work, you have the least amount of energy, and that's just a fact.
it is.
You work Monday through Friday, right?
I do.
Monday through Friday, when you get off of work, give 100% of Monday through Friday after work to family only. That's my prescription. And on the weekends, work this out with your family, but on the weekends, you're going to work on your passion for 8 hours a day on the weekend too.
Okay.
You're going to sleep your 8 hours and get your healthy, balanced rest.
Okay.
And you're going to give your family, like that other 8 hours, and that's what it's
Right.
going to be. And it's going to be. Now, it's going to be that way for a while.
Okay.
It's going to be that way for maybe a couple of years or whatever works out for your family.
Right.
This is just Roberto's prescription. You know,
Okay.
take it or leave it.
Okay.
But I feel that when you come home, by giving everything to your family Monday through Friday after work, and then on top of that, sleeping, healthy diet, exercise, rest, all the right things, and not working and thinking about the YouTube channel Monday through Friday, I think that you're going to have more in the tank on the weekend and get more out of it and be more effective on the weekend. And that your family is going to appreciate it because they're not feeling like they're fighting for your attention or competing for that because, the 8 hours that you're working on your dream on the weekend, they all get to work on their dreams too. They get to spend time without you, with each other. You're not suffocating each other.
Okay.
And they also don't feel they're deprived of you Monday through Friday.
Okay.
So I think this is going to be great for your family, for your relationship, and I think it's going to help your content better because what you can do is you can binge film and binge edit on the weekends.
Okay.
And then the thing is, you're meeting your responsibilities Monday through Friday.
Right.
The weekends are freedom and family.
Okay.
So you're responsible Monday through Friday. And it's like, and people say, well, what is a day of rest or that means you're working 7 days a week. The reality is all over the world and throughout most of human history, most people didn't have any days off because their responsibilities and the hardship of life didn't allow for it. And they still raised families. They still squeeze out some happiness. This is not a forever prescription though. At some point, it's possible that putting in that 16 hours on the weekend of building your dream lets you escape your 9 to 5, maybe go down to freelancing or to gig work, or to temporary work, or to remote work. And then with that, the lifestyle change takes another level, and now you're able to adjust again. And so this helps you because now what you have to do is when you are working on your YouTube stuff on the weekend, you have to be disciplined, motivated, and accountable to make the most of that time, because Monday through Friday you're not going to have it.
Right.
Do you think you can manage that? Do you think that
I
works?
can put in a few hours. Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe 8 might be extreme. Maybe it's 4. Maybe it's 6.
Right.
Whatever. I think 18 because at your day job, it probably only takes you 16 to 20 hours to actually do your work, and then you're doing busy work the rest. So I think when you put 16 hours a week to 20 hours a week into content creation, I think that you get out of it what you get out of a 40-hour-a-week work week, because I think most of us, our time is wasted during our 9-to-5 job. I think our only productive energy is 20 hours at our 9-to-5 job.
Yeah.
So when we spend 2 hours a week, we can grow our business. We can grow our dreams, and then sometimes we can escape that 40 hours, get more of our life back, and then if we put 40 hours into our dreams, it gives us more than the 40 hours that work ever did.
That makes sense.
So that's what I believe.
That makes sense, man.
That's what I think.
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
You just said yes.
I appreciate that. That made a lot of sense.
All right. What does the chat say?
We got a lot of people just saying hello. They're proud of you. Congratulations. Yeah, they're excited to be watching it. I think Andrew had
I believe. I mean, we've done some work here, Roberto.
Yeah.
A lot of people have been very excited to see you. I see the chat. Thank you all who've been watching live, and thank everyone who's been coming.
Before we did the signing, I sold like 20 books yesterday. Too.
I know,
Just
you've been at it.
Hand selling, like I've been out here hustling.
There was a question, and he got pulled away, but this goes to Steven. If you come back, he wanted to know, what are your thoughts on Twitch and allowing them to stream to multi-platforms, as you know, someone who is in the space and knows so much?
I appreciate Twitch making that effort. I think it's very important for creators to feel that they have less restrictions and they have more freedom. I know it meant a lot to a lot of small streamers that I know who felt restricted and that weren't able to grow the way they want, dividing their time. They felt they weren't able to really express themselves and make their content a bigger priority because they were picking and choosing. And so it meant so much to a lot of people. Sometimes I know Twitch gets a bad rap. The community there is wonderful. I do know the people who work there. They work hard. They have their problems. Every platform does. Facebook and YouTube and Instagram aren't without their problems. TikTok sometimes is a dumpster fire. And so I really do appreciate the effort that the team at Twitch has made in at least giving people more options instead of less. And that's always a welcome change.
For sure. And I think that as platforms evolve and change, what we're learning is it becomes better for us in the creator economy. And that's what I get excited for.
Indeed, I do as well. So that's
And,
tremendous.
I've seen a couple of people and they've been, what you can't see, and we'll work on this for next year as multiple cameras, but you had quite an audience of people waiting and wanting to speak with you. One person was asking me, what is your thoughts when it comes to live streaming? Do you think that live streaming in the future, where do you think it can evolve from where it is now?
I love this question. Where do I think live streaming is going in the future? Where do I think it's evolved? It's perfect and everything. As a StreamYard ambassador, a lot of you know that I've gone back to my roots of live streaming. I actually was live streaming quite a bit, even in the early days of my YouTube channel. And I think that brings communities closer together. I think that you can't really, aside from the people who build personas like Dr. Disrespect or PewDiePie, I don't think you can really fake it if you are live enough. And as someone who's been live before years, in the early days of Periscope, if you guys remember that, I was a daily Periscope streamer. I was a daily Meerkat streamer. Rest in peace, Meerkat. Blab, rest in peace, Blab. And so I've done well over 2,000 live streams over the last decade. I have a deep passion for the streaming community. I think streamers are underestimated and underrated. I do think there are several mental health problems with streaming continuously on schedule and for hours, but I think that the evolution of holistic content and multi-format content and repurposing VODs and doing shorts and doing these things, I think that it's going to give streamers a healthy breathing room. Sam Woodall did a really great graphic where he broke down YouTube live streaming and how much more healthy it can be because of the ecosystem and because of both being able to do video on demand and shorts and use evergreen content to your advantage. I think streamers will learn to have a healthier balance in terms of their output, their mental health, their batteries. I think that that's the future. I think the future is truly making streaming sustainable for people, not just financially, but also just from a stamina and health standpoint. I mean, it's very difficult to be a streamer. I think it's one of the hardest things to do. And in live, yeah, your mistakes are just out there. And so I think that it's greatly underestimated how difficult it is. It's a skill unto itself. It took me much longer to develop as a streamer than it did as someone who could edit out my mistakes. So that's what I think.
And I love that you talk about that it is a skill, because some people think, I watch people streaming all the time, I'm just going to go live, and then they get frozen. And I've heard that even here. People are like, I thought live streaming would be easier than it really was. But, that's why you wrote the book like you did. That's why StreamYard is here. And that's why I think this is such a powerful coming together, because you get to share what you've been sharing for years live. And I think that it's a lot of people that they would come after coming off the show, they're like, that was my first time ever live. I'm like, how do you feel? They're like, it was easier than I thought. And I think that is such a cool thing.
Yeah. And I love that there are tools that are evolving, like the new features from StreamYard that's going to make this easier. It's going to make the onboarding for live streaming much better for people. StreamYard in general, one of the reasons I'm glad to be a StreamYard partner and to work with all of you is because it does make streaming less difficult, more accessible. It lets you do it at a higher quality and with less technical ability. You do not have to have the level of technical mastery that I have to produce a good stream anymore. And StreamYard has helped make that easier. Sony, with not having to have a cam link and just being able to plug directly USB Type-C, the USB Type-C right in there to be able to do it. It has been game-changing. It has been groundbreaking to be able to do this. And I'm just very grateful for the companies in the creator economy that are making a lot of these formats and a lot of these things easier to access for a larger amount of people.
I couldn't agree more with you. And access, I think, is one of the things that holds so many people back when it comes to content creation, and that's what we try to do at StreamYard. And I do have a selfish question, because you dropped this earlier. You mentioned a trilogy of books. This is the first time I personally heard about it. When can we expect the second and third books? I saw someone in chat who pointed that out too. Wanted to say shout out to the chat.
Yes. So this first book, Create Something Awesome, is part of the Creator Economy Insider Trilogy. Maybe there will be a sequel trilogy. I just won't make the mistakes of some people who do sequel trilogies. But the wonderful thing about this is I learned so much in writing this. I've learned so much from the people who have read it, reviewed it, rated it, given me feedback along the way. And there's more to talk about. The next book will focus on the secrets of full-time content creators and revealing a real look in the life, because what I've learned and what so many creators here have been telling me about is sometimes they feel ashamed when people ask them what they do for a living, and they struggle to communicate it. And it's not because they don't take pride in their work or they're ashamed of their creator identity. It's that they know they won't be respected. They know they won't be understood by their friends, their family, professionals. You can't go to the bank and write down content creator without having to explain it. It's something that people struggle with a lot. And I wanted to write a book next that, one, dispels so many of the myths about being a full-time content creator and what it is, legitimizes it as a career, helps more people to become full-time content creators by breaking down, well, here are the 7 streams of income of full-time content creators. Here are 7 myths about full-time content creators and me debunking them. Here are 7 things you don't know about full-time content creators, giving you kind of more of an overview of the day in the life of a content creator. And then here are 7 habits that full-time successful content creators tend to have in common, so you can cultivate and develop those habits. So what you're going to do is now you'll have realistic expectations, because the myths will be debunked with case studies. You'll know the way people make their money in full detail, chapter to chapter, 7 chapters, each of chapter, how money is made in this way, this way, this way, 7 income streams. You'll have 7 habits that you can cultivate to help you, if you're already a full-time content creator, become more effective and more efficient. And if you're transitioning to being a full-time content creator, the same thing. Or if you aspire to be, you will understand the money side and you will have realistic expectations, because I will walk you through 7 things you absolutely need to know. And it'll give you kind of an overview of what life is like, and that the grass is not always greener, and you will understand if this is for you or not. And if you are doing it, you'll understand how to improve. And also, even if you give this to somebody who's not a content creator, they'll understand you and respect your work now.
I think that is incredible, and I can't wait for the other books. However, we have someone who else would like to say hello, so I'm going to go quickly grab them. Thank you, Chad, for joining us here today. All right. Nice to meet you, Chris. Chris, Roberto Blake.
Do I have to do this on the mic?
Yes, you do. It's live.
We're doing it live.
Oh, this is live.
Yes, but you're doing fine. All right, everyone. Here is Chris.
Hello, everybody. So, I just wanted to get to know you a little bit better.
I'm Roberto.
Nice to meet you. And you are a content creator that helps other content creators.
Yes, I am.
Okay. And this is our first time here. And
Okay.
we're trying to figure out what our possible niche is, because we have been somewhat successful in the convention world, putting on a couple of conventions in Indianapolis and Louisville called PopCon. And so we have a very strong, good fan base that we love.
Okay.
And we have an Instagram page that we hardly do anything on. We have a YouTube page that we do virtually nothing on. And so we're trying to learn here.
Where have you been putting your focus and your energy?
On our convention.
On your convention. So that's
Yeah.
the main thing. Have you been filming the convention and sharing the community in that way?
Some, very little.
So-
I mean, we film. We have filmers that walk around and do pictures and video content. And so we do have a lot of content, but we haven't posted many or much of that.
There are probably people in your community that have these amazing collections, I bet.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the YouTube channel Metal Jesus Rocks?
No.
Metal Jesus Rocks is a prolific gaming channel, but it's not playing video games. He's a collector, and he has one of the greatest collections of all time, and he has these wonderful room tours. He also gets with other people that want to show off their collections, and they do that. That, I think, is great inspiration for someone like you in the collector space of, like, what if you got more people into collecting by making content that, one, is aspirational of God? I would love to set up my room like that, or, oh, wow, what's my collection look like? Or what is or even reacting to people submitting the photos of their collections or their collectible rooms and so on and so forth. There's a treasure trove of content in that.
That's a fantastic idea. Yeah. And I mean, the favorite thing for me about PopCon is getting to see people be who they want to be and who they really are for 3 days without judgment, right?
Okay, so if you have enough content, people get to see that 365 days.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Not just 3 days a year. Make it go on forever.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my passion, is getting to see people do what their passion is.
So is mine. That's we have that in common.
Easier said than done.
It is. I mean, the reason I help content creators is there are so many people like you have something that they're passionate about, and then there's something that might be holding them back from taking it to another level, making it practical, or bringing it to people. Bringing it to more people is very difficult. Onboarding people into a community, building a community is very difficult. When someone decides to be a content creator, they are sometimes the first experience that someone has that's going to make them passionate about something. That's important.
Yeah, those are the types of moments that make me cry. Like, honestly, getting to see people walk on a stage for the first time in their cosplay costume that they've been working on for 2 years.
I was part of the cosplay community.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm in Atlanta, Dragon Con.
Yeah.
I retired from cosplaying to do the photography side because I found I enjoyed it more.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that like seeing
and my
somebody.
friends didn't have good photos, so I took on the responsibility because all the photos weren't coming out great. No one was getting it to them, so I was like, I want my friends to have good photos. They work so hard on their cosplay. I would buy mine. They would work hard. They'd sew and craft and do the wigs and stuff.
Unbelievable.
And then they don't have anything to show for it. They have some like very bad selfies. And I was like, no, I'm gonna step down here. I'm gonna get behind the camera, and you're gonna get good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, and getting to see somebody walk on the stage for 15 seconds to show off what they've spent 2 years working on.
Yeah.
And how happy they are. And then when they run off the stage and they hug their parents, and their parents are so proud of them. And I mean, like 2 years, it was worth it for that 15 seconds. Like,
Absolutely.
How amazing is that?
Yeah, no, it is the best. It's the best thing in the world to be acknowledged for who you are and to be celebrated for who you are and to have a community that does that for you.
Yeah.
And for a lot of people, that's why they're at VidSummit now.
Yeah, and now we're partnering with Pride in Indianapolis and Pride in Louisville, and we want to be able to bring that community a safe space to do and be whoever they want to be. But bringing that into a social media platform, I guess we haven't figured out that niche.
I say start with something very, very simple. For one thing, I think that the easy thing, especially on the cosplay side, is to prioritize that with Instagram and these being showcases and being celebrations and being highlighting people and their work and giving them exposure and giving a platform to others. So the Instagram strategy on that is very easy. It's very simple, honestly. So that part is great. Then I think what we talked about in terms of all the video content and video platforms, I think you could start very simply with letting people submit photos and videos of their own setups and collectors and collection rooms. You could do reaction channels you could do a reaction channel and do stuff for that. You could also react to cosplays that people want to submit, or even ones that are showing up in listicles and things like that. So I think that the reaction stuff is great there. And then I think it evolves eventually to you going out and filming things, filming people's collector rooms or stuff like that, filming people's cosplay transformations, and then that's the content. And I see it because I'm like, oh, that's what I would watch, so that's what you should make. So selfishly, since that's what I would watch, that's what you should make.
Yeah, no, it makes sense to me, and I would watch it as well. I mean, that's what I love about what we do so much. So it makes sense to me that we could offer that to other people.
Absolutely. Chris, would you like to buy a book?
Sure.
All right, these are mine. I wrote this. It was a labor of love. And I think that you or anyone you want to share it with will get value out of this. It talks about exactly what you're trying to do in terms of getting some clarity as a content creator. It covers the monetization side. It covers realistic expectations, so it's no BS. It's like, and it actually gets into tactical things, but it's not just a pure instructional growth book. It is a realistic look at the experience of being a creator, going on the creator journey, what to expect, how to handle things, even the bad things. I put that in the book. You got the good, you got the bad, you got the ugly. I give it to you straight. I pull no punches.
And then you also do consulting.
I do, if that's something you're interested in. But I also encourage you to really build a foundation, potentially even with some of my free stuff, and figure out whether you like my teaching style. And if I'm a good fit for you, I'm a good fit for you. If I'm not, I could probably recommend some people.
And then on another platform, we bring out content creators in a safe environment so that they can meet their fans, which most conventions don't do. So I would love to build relationships with other content creators. We've had some like Markiplier and Jacksepticeye.
Oh, he's wonderful.
Yeah. And we've had some success there. So we figured out how to not take them away from being able to be content creators and still make their money doing content, but give them an opportunity to take their idea.
No, it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. And they're creators who do a great job even with $14.99. I can. Yep. I think I have change. Yep. But those creators you mentioned are great at doing tremendous charity work for their communities. Oh, that works perfectly if you have that. Excellent. That means I have more change for later, so that's good. And yeah, they do a wonderful job of being massively supportive in the community. I don't think that I could name people who I think are more genuine and invested in seeing people do well. And so, yeah. Sure. And that's yours. Do I have what? It's almost dead, but let's see. Do I wait? Oh, there. Oh, there we go. Excellent. I need to get one of these. Oh, there we go. Excellent. Thank you so much, Chris. Thank you for everything you're doing for the community and everything. And I think that bringing PopCon to social media is going to be massively successful. Thank you. When you get a chance, Andrew, could you get me a water when you get a chance?
Well, Roberto, we've actually hit time. I know it's 2. I know you got to get going to do stuff.
Yes.
But everyone, Roberto, thank you so much for not only making this book, signing things live. It has been fantastic to have you. And any final words for those watching?
I would say that for everybody watching, first of all, thank you so much for supporting the book. You can still get it on Amazon in paperback, hardcover, and Kindle. Audiobook comes soon, either October or November. We're going to be definitely talking about it. The podcast will be returning. I have interviews lined up from VidSummit. There's more content. I've been collaborating with some creators here. We have more success stories from the community. I know a lot of you have asked about success stories. A lot of you have asked about advice for your niche. So I decided to go to the people who are successful in your niche. So we have that coming soon. And I just want to remind and encourage you that, you know what? I know a lot of people will try to convince you these days that hard work is meaningless. It doesn't pay off. It doesn't get you anywhere. I know that people love to preach the gospel of luck, but the entire time I've been here, I've not talked to a single content creator who was exclusively the beneficiary of luck or even a lot of it. Everyone here has been through their struggles. Everyone here has worked hard and they made their own luck, and you can as well. If we can do it, you can too, as my good friend Andrew would like to say. And a lot of it comes down to being able to have excellent judgment, which is something you cultivate through experience, sometimes through hardship. You have to be a person of good character. You also have to be very open-minded, I would say. That makes a very big difference. You have to have that character aspect to you. I also think you have to be tremendously disciplined, and you have to have the confidence and courage to soldier on even in difficult times. Bad things will happen. Things will happen out of your control. It doesn't really matter too much. You're going to still need to have the confidence to overcome those things. You're still going to have tremendous discipline, and you're still going to have to put in the effort, and you're going to have to, in that situation, have the right judgment and the right character, and very little is going to happen that's going to be positive if you don't. So you might as well. So I would encourage you to focus on the things you can control. Make those your exclusive focus and domain. Don't be emotional and dwell on the other things. They're hard and they happen. We've all been through them. And I would encourage you to just keep publishing. Just keep pushing forward. Pivot where you need to. And go out there and create something awesome.
There you have it. Thank you, Roberto. All right.